As we work our way down through the hierarchy of environmental factors for projects, we now arrive at organizational structures. In this presentation, we'll describe the different types of organizational structures and how they could influence projects. We'll also appreciate the role that a project management office can have. Organizational structures exist in a wide variety of types. There are some specific categories, and then there are an infinite number of combinations. Sometimes the organizational structure depends on the industry, or it has evolved in a unique way of the particular organization's history. The organizational structure will influence the role of the project management. Each structure will determine the level of authority, time allocated, resources available, budgetary responsibility, and staff support for the project. The structure could also define the project manager's role beyond the project. For example, will the project manager return to a job in an operational department? Will they be reassigned to another project, or will there simply be no home after the end of the project? Here are the major organizational structure types. Functional. Here, the staff is grouped by areas of specialization. They could be called functional or operational. This is completely separate from the project itself. Functional organizations are the most common structure. Multi-divisional organizations are basically multiple functional organizations grouped together by business or product line into divisions. So the umbrella organization is decentralized and the functions are replicated in each division. This structure is common for very large global organizations or governments. In a project-oriented structure, the staff is grouped specifically according to the current project. This type of organization is typical for consulting firms and entertainment companies. So the entire enterprise is defined by projects, and without the projects, the project manager and the staff have no permanent home. A new type of organization that is growing is the matrix organization. Here, functional and project managers share responsibility and share staff and resources. This could be the occasion for either collaboration or conflict. This dual structure also can vary in degree as defined as weak, balanced, or strong, depending on the point of view of the project manager. A weak organization is more similar to a functional organization. A strong matrix organization is more similar to a project-oriented organization, and a balanced matrix is basically equality between the functional and the project manager. Another type of organization to highlight is the virtual organization. This is defined by multiple locations with distributed teams who often have little or no face-to-face contact. So they need to use technology-assisted means of collaboration. The virtual organization can also be a mix of any of the other organizational types. Then there is the hybrid organization that can combine any of these structures in any way. So there is a wide, almost infinite range of organizational structures available. Finally, PMI now recognizes what they call the organic or simple organizational structure. This is typical of small businesses and startups. Here, the founder and owner dominates the organization, and the other staff members play flexible roles according to the needs and desires of the founder. Another organizational structure specific to project management is the project management office. This could be a department or division within an organization, or it could be a department within another department of the organization. Organizations often create a project management office to represent their maturity in organizational project management, or perhaps their aspiration to maturity in organizational project management. The Project Management Office, or PMO, is a structure that standardizes all the project-related governance processes. With a PMO, it's easier to share resources, methodologies, tools, and techniques. There's a wide range of responsibility and power within PMOs. It can range from providing support functions to directly managing projects. The PMO might be a source of integration for project, program, and portfolio activities. And the PMO can help support the strategic alignment between all projects and the organizational mission. PMOs come in a few levels of authority. In a supportive PMO, the PMO functions as an internal consultant and provides best practices, training, templates, and information. The main function is information sharing, and the amount of control is low. In a controlling PMO, there is more authority, where the PMO enforces support and compliance of best practices. Here, the degree of control by the PMO is moderate. In a directive PMO, the PMO has direct control over projects. So the PMO will assign, supervise, and manage project managers and projects. Here, the degree of control by the PMO is high. Depending on the level of the PMO, whether it is consulting, controlling, or directive, typical PMO functions are to authorize projects, terminate projects, make recommendations on performance, and lead the knowledge transfer. As a support to project managers, PMOs help to develop and apply methodologies, best practices, and templates. PMOs help manage the sharing of resources and documents, as well as communication across different projects. The PMO will monitor compliance both to project standards and to organizational governance frameworks. In addition, the PMO will provide coaching, mentoring, training, and oversight both to project managers within the PMO structure and between project management disciplines and the other organizational functions. In this presentation, we looked at different organizational structures, and we also looked at the range of responsibilities in a project management office.